Hi guys, and welcome to week 11 where we are working on image manipulation with black and white architecture. So like I said, we will be going over image manipulation, which includes black and white architecture, correcting perspective in camera raw. We'll be going over lens correction panel and how to use that. We'll also be touching on converting to black and white with grayscale in camera raw, doing the different adjustments you may need there, as well as fine art brushes or adjustment brushes. So you can either get an image that is proper perspective where you're straight on, or more likely than not, you'll be at a lower angle, like I am here. So take the image and open it in Camera Raw. If you go up to your lens correction panel, you'll be able to adjust the distortion, as I'm doing right now. You can also adjust the vignetting. So vignetting, depending on the lens that you are using, you may have dark edges in the corners, and you can adjust that by making those edges brighter. Next, go up to the transform tool. This is the area where you will be able to adjust your verticals, your horizontals. You'll be able to rotate the image so that it's actually has a horizontal horizon. You can change the scale of your image, because as you can see, when you adjust your image horizontally or vertically, you'll get that little checker pattern going on. So you'll need to scale in. So just play around with that until you're happy with the image. You notice I'm checking on and off the grid. This is a helpful way that you can use to see if your horizontals are horizontal and your verticals are vertical. Depending on the image, you may want a smaller grid or a larger grid. I've kind of got a larger grid going on here. And you can just keep checking your horizontals with that. Now, it may not be perfect just based on the angle that you took your image at, so not to worry. You really want to try and correct it as best you can, though. Just note that if you're using an older version, this transform area may actually be in your lens correction panel. Newer versions, it will be its own section there. So I just wanted to change my distortion a little bit here, just because I saw the one edge was really starting to bow out. Again, I'm zooming in or cropping in. You can crop after, that's totally fine as well, but just changing the scale here allows you to zoom in. You can see how my angle is a little bit off because the bottom of the building there kind of goes down to the right. That's just based on the angle that I took the image at, but the actual building itself is pretty good. Alrighty, so once you're happy with that, then go into the HSL, hue, saturation, luminance, and grayscale, and convert your image to grayscale. You'll then be able to use your grayscale mixers and change the colors or the tones of colors. So just play around with it until you are happy. You'll notice that some blues control a lot of shadows. So if you have lots of shadows or if you have a lot of sky, your blues may be affected there. Same with green if you have a lot of vegetation around. Just play around until you're happy with it though. Then go back into your basic panel and adjust it just like we normally would with global edits. Remember, global edits affect the entire image, not just parts of it. Next, go into your tone curve, click on point, and then you'll be able to change your tone curve and make it whatever you wish. Typically, you do want to make an S curve. When you're happy with it, go up to your adjustment brush. Adjustment brushes allow you to alter only portions of your image. So as you can see, I've upped the clarity a bit, changed the exposure slightly, and again, the left and right square brackets change the size of your brush. And then you just start painting it on your image. You can see it's starting to get a lot more contrast here, or the clarity is increased where I am painting it on. When you want to affect a different area with something else, just click on New, and it will create a new adjustment brush area. I'm just going to paint on the bottom here. I'm increasing the shadows. And the nice thing is you can actually play around with your adjustments after you've painted it on. So let's say you wanted more clarity and then you realized, no, you should have actually had less clarity in an area. You can play with it after you've drawn it on the image. And you do that by clicking on that little pinpoint. I'm just going to play around in the sky here. Perfect. So click off mask. And if you change the color of your mask, I'm just doing this to show you guys, the pin that is selected, so the red selection, is the area that you have drawn on or selected with that pin. So the purple area coordinates with the red pin. Also make sure you have auto mask selected. When you're happy with it, just click OK. Remember for the assignment that I do need a JPEG of your original image and a CR2 along with the XMP that is associated with that file in order for you to get full marks for everything. And the assignment is up online.